I'm very happy to talk about it because I never thought that this was going to happen like this soon actually. So and then I can remember where I was at that time. So and then I think it was on Instagram, and then I saw Amdari, and then I saw the advert, experience and all of that, as like big consultant and all of that. So I was a bit skeptical at first because I wasn't looking for bootcamp because of course I had the basics, even though not advanced and all of that. I was looking for something that could actually and true place where I can learn and not just learn, where I can gain hands-on experience. I mean practical experience. And this is exactly what I got at Amdari. And of course, and one thing that I would say was that, of course, one of the key things that I got at Amdari that helped me when it comes to applications and interviews was I actually worked on real projects and relatable projects. Of course, I worked on, other like projects in logistics, supply chain, energy, healthcare, social media. And when I was talking about them in interviews, these were things that they could relate to. When I talk about sales, when I talk about all this, these are things that they could actually they could actually relate to all of that. So I would say that this gave me like things to talk about. And of course, and during interviews, one thing I also realized was that when you're asking questions, it's not just about knowing these tools and all of that. How have they used the tool before? And I remember one of the things that one of the interviewers once asked me that, okay, that how do you approach a business problem? And if you haven't solved the business problem before, there is no way you can just cook up answers and all of that. So and that is one key thing about Amdai. Every project is about solving a business problem. And of course, and that comes from going from the project brief, introduction, and all of that. So I would say that all these things, were things. And another thing I would say that also helped, of course, that is going from knowing the basics when it comes to using tools, Excel, and then to going to the advanced. Of course, when it comes to Excel, advanced, Power BI, advanced. So I would say all these things, of course, that they were the things that actually made me, of course, that to be job ready. Yes, and thanks, Amdari. Really. Yeah.
So I'd love to know, and thanks for giving Amdari a chance. Okay, so my last question is going to be about the specific aspect of this experience that helped you ace your interview, right? I know you've spoken about projects, you've spoken about all of that. We have the mentorship side of things. We have pretty much a couple of things. So what would you say exactly? I know you also mentioned how you had stories to tell, right? So what would you say helped you ace your interview?
Okay. I would say that at Amdari, so I've developed a couple of soft skills and also technical skills. And these are things that have helped me to ace my interview. And then, of course, I will start with the soft skills. So after every project, and this is one thing that I loved about Amdari, after every project, you present to real stakeholders. I mean, of course, before that, you have to come up with a PowerPoint presentation where you have you will have done your project end to end, data cleaning, data visualization, and all of that. And then you have your insights ready, prepared for the stakeholders. So and then that rigorous process because there have been instances where I was sent a data before interview to analyze. And of course, and then I just went through the process that I always go through under data cleaning, and then data, exploration, analysis, visualizing your data, and then preparing your PowerPoint presentation. And this is what we do after each project in Amdari. So, and another thing I've also developed in Amdari was the aspect of communication. Yeah. So, and it's not just about generating insight. How do you communicate to stakeholders, recognizing your audience? And these are questions that they ask. For example, how do you communicate insight to technical stakeholders, non-technical stakeholders? And these are things that I've been able to develop when it comes to, as like projects in Amdari and all of that. And also getting feedback. I can remember one of the questions they asked me that how have you managed feedback from stakeholders? And interestingly, I just presented a project, like I think my first project at Amdari, and then of course I presented my project, and then I had some feedback from stakeholders, and I can remember that one of the feedbacks was to work on my recommendation. It should be smart and all of that. So I was able to just come up with yes. I remember presenting a project, and then the stakeholder said this, said that, said this. So these were things that having feedbacks and all of that. So I would say that also was a key thing. So when it comes to soft skills, and also when it comes to the technical skill itself. My Excel has gone up like this. I'm like even my Power BI skills and all of that. So and then I remember like there was I actually got 2 jobs. Yeah. So even though I only did the I got 2 jobs actually. Yeah. So but the other one was withdrawn because they needed me to have stayed in the UK for 5 years. So like I needed security clearance and all of that. Yeah. So but the second one was and all of that. Yeah. So that first job that I got, I needed security clearance actually. I was given the data and then to analyze and then present at the interview. And then I went to look at the adverts. They said that they were looking for someone with Power BI experience. And then luckily for me, we are just finished a project, of course, where we have used Power BI and all of that. They didn't state any. They just told us to use any tool. So of course, because I just finished using Power BI and all of that, so I was able to flex, my skills when it comes to creating new columns, depth measures, and all of that. And so and I did that. I visualized my data, and then I came up with a PowerPoint presentation. And then I presented to them, of course, and they were happy. And one of the feedback I got, because after the interview, they gave me feedback. Yeah, so like before they presented the offer, they told me that they were actually impressed with the way I communicated my findings. They were impressed with my PowerPoint presentation. They were also impressed with the way that I was able to, flex my muscle when it comes to Power BI, because Emeka really like when it comes to using Power BI and all of that, So I was able to just show you a lot of things, creating new measures, this and that. So they were very happy at the way I was able to show my Power BI skills. So I think this is something that I've learned when it comes to Amdari and all of that. Another thing that I also learned at Amdari was I had the opportunity to also lead a team. And of course, one of the interview questions was then, how have you worked, with the team and all of that? And this is something I've done. So I've led a team. Of course, I've had pushback from the teams. As in, like, so these are real experiences that I have, like a showcase leading a team. Of course, so working from projects, working from project end to end. So I would say that these are the things that have actually boosted my confidence when it comes to interviews. So I'm not just like, I really do have the experience. I can talk about the project. I have the skills. I can use these tools and all of that. So I would say that these are things that have actually boosted my confidence when it comes to applying for jobs and also interviewing. Yeah, thank you.
Hey, hi, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you all so much for joining. Please give me thumbs up if you can hear me clearly. Give me thumbs up. You can hear me loud and clear. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Thank you, James. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. It's such a pleasure to have you all join us today. My name is Omomi Victoria Sampson. I would get to introduce myself further as we proceed in the conversation. But before we get into all of that, I'd like you to introduce yourselves also. But you don't need to type your name, just type the city you're joining from. Let's know where people are joining from across the world. I'm guessing most people on this call are joining from the UK, but I do not just want you to assume, right? So please use the chat. Type where you're joining from tonight, okay? So if you're joining from the UK, type your city. If you're joining from outside the UK, type your city and country, okay? So please use the chat. Let's get to know each other. Let's get familiar with each other. It's going to be an exciting session today. As you can see on my screen, or as you most likely are aware before you joined, the session is going to focus on how you can pass an interview, especially when the company is considering sponsoring. So thank you very much, Karine. Karine is joining from Birmingham. Nobu is joining from Barnsley. Who else do I have? Vanda, Newport. So please, guys, engage in the chat, okay? So we're going to start right about now, but let me share my screen before we get straight into it. Sorry. Yeah. Get straight into the conversation. I believe my screen is coming up right now. Yeah, it is. Okay. So if you're just joining an Amdari session, give me thumbs up. You've joined us before, give me thumbs down. Okay, so you are just joining us for the first time, thumbs up. You've joined us before, thumbs down. Thank you, Vanda, Christopher, Noble, Karine. Amazing. Please engage me, guys. You have joined us before. Give me thumbs. Sorry, you've never joined us, thumbs up. You've joined us before, thumbs down. Okay, so I would know how much into introduction we should get. Okay. So thank you all so much. Okay, I see a lot of newcomers. I am so glad. Thank you, James. You're joining from Enugu, Nigeria. Adiola from Edinburgh, Scotland. Franklin, Southend-on-Sea. Nonyelum, Bedford. Temitope, London. And also, we have Lucky, Christopher, Middlebrow, and London. Beautiful. Thank you all so much. It's such a pleasure to have you. Now, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to take too much of your time. This conversation is going to be an eye-opener. It's not going to be about saying anyone is behind, or no, it's not conversation about been behind or anything like that. It is purely a conversation on a key step that you are missing in terms of landing a job, especially as immigrants in the UK. Now, I would like to get to know something. How close have you been to landing a job in the UK, right? Or even anywhere, considering the fact that I think I have two people joining from Nigeria, right? So, how close have you been to getting a job? Type it in the chat. Last stage of interview, technical interview stage, because the conversation is about interviews. So I would like to know how far you've gotten when it comes to getting a job. If it's CV stage, just type it, right? If it's CV stage, just type it. But let me get to know how far you have been to landing a job, right? So Franklin says, still applying for a month now. Wanda says, CV. Karin says, second stage. Beautiful. Thank you all so much for engaging with me. Please keep it coming. Now, this is not meant to be me speaking to herself. It's not a monologue. It's not a radio conversation, right, where my audience cannot give me feedback. I would like to get your feedback as we speak on the call. I would like you to type in the chat. I would like you to engage with me. I would like you to converse with me. So let's use the chat. So Kwame says stage 2. Nonye says CV. Beautiful. Thank you so much, everyone that has typed so far. It's exciting to read your comments and messages. So now let's get straight into the conversation that we're here for today, which is how to pass tech job interviews, right? When it comes to you landing a job, and especially when the company is considering sponsorship. Now, okay, Precious says interview security checks, and you're close already. Okay, so my name is Omomi Victoria Samson. This session is brought to you by Amdari. Now, I would introduce Amdari shortly, but before I introduce Amdari, I'd like you to get to know me also. I know you're joining, and I know what stage of interview you have gotten further into. So let me introduce myself. My name is Omomi Victoria Samson, one of the co-founders of Amdari. I'm also the Chief Technology and Business Officer. Now, I have experience working as a software developer, front-end specifically, right? I've also worked as a product manager, and I have also worked as a business analyst. Now, in the last 2 years, close to 2 years now, right, through Amdari, I have been able to help close to 3,000 professionals, let's just say 2,000 plus, transition into tech and gain real world experience. Some of them have gone on to land tech roles, or rather, let me rephrase that. Some of them have gone on to land visa sponsorship jobs in their desired field. How did we work with them at Amdari? That's the essence of this conversation. Just like you're on the call with me today, they also joined the conversation like this. They also got familiar with what's blocking them. Again, it's not about being behind or not. It's about what you've not been doing and you need to start doing today. That thing that can look like you're not making progress. You're just learning, taking courses after courses, wondering if, it's because you didn't take this Tableau course. It's because you didn't learn about Burp Suite. It's because you didn't learn so much about Confluence. All of that type of issues is what we're addressing today. Because most times it's not about courses, it's about applying with the right strategy, right? It's not about applying more than you've been doing, honestly. Sometimes it's just that it's not really about applying to 50, 200 jobs. Most times it's about applying and presenting yourself like the candidate that can get the job done, right? So for me working in tech, of course, I started like everyone on this call. I took a course. I struggled with navigating the space because it's the typical thing for anybody just starting out. You will try to understand what the space is about, how you can stand out, what do you need. You are seeing different people on LinkedIn talking about this, and they're in your niche, and you're wondering, if I find myself in the same job market as these people, is the recruiter going to go with them or the recruiter will go with me? That was a question I asked myself because I'm a self-critical person. And asking myself that question made me realize, honestly, the recruiter would go with these guys because these guys have things that I did not have at that time. And it was just clear, I need to get to that point where I was also good enough. I don't want to be like everyone else. I want to be like that 1%. Those candidates that recruiters will go for without thinking twice, right? Because one thing I always say is your issue or your problem is really not that you are not trying. You are trying. But how about that other person applying to the same job as you, but they are bringing knife, dagger, and everything to just a small fight, right? The recruiter is going to go with such candidates because the recruiter wants somebody that can show them without any reasonable doubt that they are ready to get the job done from day one. And for me, like I said, transitioning into tech, honestly, this was one thing I faced myself, trying to understand what I was missing, what I didn't have, and how I could stand out. And work experience was what helped me. Guess what? 4 months into my internship, I got my first tech. Now, 7 months working with that company, the company sponsored my relocation. So we always say this thing, sometimes just get your leg in the door or your foot in the door, however you want to say the phrase, right? And sponsorship becomes easy because now they have tested your performance and they have seen what you can do and what you bring to the table. So before we continue, who are we at Amdari, right? I mean, Amdari is the one hosting this session. So Amdari is the platform that helps you gain real world experience. Amdari was birthed from a place of personal pain point, personal experience. I said at the start of this that I also went in for internship. That's because landing a job in tech, whether it's outside Nigeria, UK, US, Canada, or within Nigeria, you will need to show these recruiters that you can get the job done. And only when you can show them that you can get the job done, will they find it very easy, right? To say, okay, sure, let's give you the job. So most times they expect you to go gain experience. Most times they expect you to be able to do this, to be able to do that. But it's going to be very hard for you to be able to show them that skill because you don't have anybody to hire you. And skill can be built and developed when somebody trusts you to get the job done. But guess what? Nobody's giving you that chance. Nobody has hired you. So it becomes a challenge. How do I gain experience if you're not going to give me the chance, right? And I can only get the job if I can prove to you guys that I can do it, but I can't prove it because I do not have anybody who has trusted me before. We built Amdari because we understand what this means in essence. What this means in essence is for you to be able to land a job in the UK, in the US, anywhere in the world, they need you to have experience. They need you, let me not say have experience again, they need you to come across as a candidate that has done it before and can do it for them because they don't have time. If you're just learning, if you just took a course, you coming to their team means you're trying to figure things out. That means you take time. That means you make mistakes. That means it will be expensive for them. They won't hire you. You need to come in as somebody that has done it before. I will deliberately not use the word experience again because it looks like that word is overflowed. And I want us to understand why this is important and the essence of this conversation. So you would hear me use phrases like, you've done it before, somebody has trusted you, you worked in another company, made mistakes elsewhere, you are now a master. I would use those phrases because recruiters care about people that are not going to be high risk if they bring them on board. Recruiters care about people that will be able to deliver from month one. Recruiters care about people that will come as experts because most companies operate lean. If I am starting my company today and it's a fintech company, and remember I introduced myself as a software developer, product manager, and business analyst. I did not say cybersecurity analyst. Imagine I want to hire Zinat or I want to hire James, right? And James is applying as let's say SOC analyst, or Noble is applying as a penetration tester. These two roles, that's not my niche, that's not my field, right? So if I'm speaking to Noble or James in an interview, I would need both of them prove to me that they are experts in this field for two reasons. I cannot get this job done. So if they make mistakes, I cannot help them. I cannot guide them. Secondly, when they are making those mistakes, I will not know until it costs us something, right? That's when I would know because now it has cost us something so major either stalls our growth, right, or impact some sort of security of our platform. In fact, maybe some people already penetrated and our platform is hacked. And there I was thinking, oh, but Noble is is our penetration tester, and he said he has carried out all vulnerability assessments, and he said everything is secured. In fact, all the things he flagged, he said they've done it, blah blah blah. Now I can't really verify because it's not my field. That's why for me to give Noble the job from the conversation point during an interview, I have to be convinced that Noble can do it, because I cannot help Noble when I hire Noble. So if I know that Noble will need supervision, I will not hire him. Remember again, for two reasons. I can't help him if he's stuck. It's not my field. Because most companies operate lean, that means there will be no penetration tester on the team. So most likely, Noble is going to be the only penetration tester. So the closest that Noble would have on that team is the CTO, right? So a lot of companies want you to come in as the expert. So from the interview stage, they can tell whether or that person. You need supervision, they will jump and pass. What that means is you still need to learn. You make mistakes on the job and you need somebody to supervise your work. And we don't have that, or we don't have the luxury of time. So they would skip all that. So we started Amdari to give you that controlled environment, that supervision for somebody like you who has just taken a course, who is looking for an opportunity to learn somewhere and apply that which they have learned while taking a course, right? You're looking for an opportunity to at least apply it in a real world sense, not random project sense, not, oh, doing it in isolation sense. No, you have an actual team lead who is an expert with close to a decade experience working in the field, working closely with you as your team lead and mentor. And you also have a team. So you are not doing this alone. You are not doing this in isolation. You have people that you are doing this with. That's exactly what you get with the internship program at Amdari. So Amdari's internship is a controlled environment where you come to gain real world experience, working in teams, working on real business challenges, right, in form of projects, solving business challenges for our project partners. These project partners are startups that we have partnered with across the UK, US, Canada. So you come in, solve their business challenges, and that's how you build the needed experience. So I would like to know if you have taken a course in any of the career paths on my screen. So indicate with thumbs up, okay? Thank you, success. I like that energy. So you've taken a course in data analytics, data science, data and cloud engineering, business analysis, project management, DevOps, SOC and threat intelligence, cloud and app security, GRC, ethical hacking, and penetration testing. Please give me thumbs up. I see the thumbs up already. If you are yet to take the course, give me thumbs down, because I know it's possible some people on the call are yet to. All right, so give me thumbs now. But I see more of thumbs up, so I'm so happy. Amazing. Precious, that's fine. Trust me, this, you're still in the right place, okay? But it's great to see more people with the experience. Karine, I've seen your thumbs down, okay? So Amdari, like I said earlier, was birthed from a place of personal experience. And Ifemena, one of the other co-founders of Amdari, was also someone, just like everyone on the call, relocated to the UK on study visa. After his program, of course, got the PSW visa. And within that period, he worked in a warehouse. But guess what he did? Within that period, he made sure he built the kind of professional experience that he needs in the field he really wants to work in, which was the data and AI field. So he got the opportunity after, or rather while working with his post-study work visa, right, while doing the care job and the warehouse job, he was able to get a job as a business intelligence analyst with the company he was working with as a warehouse operator. And guess what? That opportunity came with visa sponsorship. Remember what I said earlier, sometimes you need to get your foot in the door. It's the best strategy to land the job. But everybody's story is different. That's why this conversation is not going to be one size fits all or anything like that. No, it is not going to be a case of that. It is going to be the different instances that works for everybody and everyone, right? So for me, it was similar. I had to get my foot in the door, worked with them for 7 months, and my relocation was sponsored at that time. So a lot of things, different stories. Now we also have the third and the final co-founder of Amdari. Sorry, I skipped. Ifemena, by the way, is currently based in Alberta, Canada, and he has been able to help close to 3,000 professionals as we speak transition into tech. And a couple of them have gotten jobs with the NHS, civil service, just to mention a few. Then we have Adeza Suleiman, the other co-founder at Amdari, relocated to the UK also, gained experience before he wanted to get his first job in tech in the UK. And of course, the rest is history. Because of the experience of struggling to land a job, having to manufacture experience somehow, we realized that the opportunity for immigrants to gain experience is not really there. How many companies are willing to really say, oh, come join us for internship? It's not a lot. And the few companies that give you that internship opportunity, it's very, very competitive, right? So how do you make it happen? Do you just act like you are at the mercy of the system? No, that's not the case. That's why Amdari is changing the narrative. Nobody is supposed to be at the mercy of some rule or some system because it says go gain experience. And oh, guess what? The only way I can gain experience is if somebody hired me. No, it doesn't have to be that, right? You need to look for other ways to make it work. So engineer it, right? Engineer your process, engineer your application process, engineer how you build your capacity and your competence. Do not be at the mercy. Oh, the only way I can gain experience is if somebody hires me. Oh, the only way is if one company gives me internship. No, we're changing the narrative. We built Amdari to make this work, right? So Adeza is currently based in Alberta, and he has also been able to really impact the immigrant community through impacting them with knowledge in data science, data analytics, and the general tech ecosystem. And again, he has also been able to mentor professionals into landing jobs in professional fields. And yeah, in professional fields. Harrison says, would you kindly join in? I don't think I understand that, Harrison. So let's get straight into the conversation. This conversation is about how you can transition and get a job. Right now, you might feel behind. Can you type in the chat the tech field you're trying to get a job in? Can you type in the chat the tech field you're trying to get a job in? So I see Lucky type cybersecurity analyst. Karim says business and data analytics. Funny enough, somebody just got a job with the Amdari internship last week as a business and data analyst. It was a very long job title, actually. Yeah. Okay. Karim is trying to get a job as a business analyst, Vanda, healthcare data analyst, Michael, data engineering role, Kwame, software engineer, James, data analytics. Beautiful. Keep it coming, everybody. Thank you very much. Now, before we talk about you applying, you going for interviews, let's talk about why these roles exist on the job board in the first instance. These roles exist because there is a problem within that organization that posted the job vacancy. That role you see on the job board exists because there is a challenge, something is wrong, and they are trying to fix it. If you see the job of a business analyst, honestly, let's stop at things from the surface level. Oh, there is a business analyst role. They're not doing it because they just want to pay people salary, because they want to blow money, because no, they're not doing it because employment equals charity. No, employment does not equal charity. Employment equals there is a problem, we need somebody to fix it. Why is there a problem that they need somebody to fix? Because that organization as a whole is solving a problem for humanity. It can be in the health tech space, it can be in supply chain, maybe it's a logistics business, it can be in fintech. Oh, they've created an app to make life easy for the everyday person, or they created an app to make life easy for immigrants, or to make it easy for them to transfer money to Nigeria, to transfer money to, to convert money in the same currency, blah, blah, blah. All of those problems, those companies exist because they are also solving a problem. Now, it was somebody's idea to start that company. Now he builds his company. He comes up with the idea. But guess what? He cannot bring it to fruition alone. He needs people. That's where you and I come in. That's why they would need somebody like Rita. They would need somebody like Joy. They would need somebody like Adelaja, right? That's why you and I exist in the job market. They need us to come in to their team, to come on board and help them achieve that goal or actualize that dream. But we will go in different capacities. So I'm building an app for my fintech company. Guess what? I'm not a developer. Let's pretend I introduced myself as a software developer, right? Guess what? I'm not a developer. And I would like to hire a developer to join my team and help me build a solution. So I'm looking at speaking to Kwame. Kwame sees it on the job board. Software engineer needed for this company. Kwame applies. Is Kwame coming to show me that with his skill in React, in Node.js, in PHP, in Python, or whatever field coming in, is it coming to show me that he can already build, integrate, in fact, he's a full stack developer, start to finish, and he can help us achieve this? Or he is coming and I can see that, can I see the products you built before? Fintech products, can I see it? What are the integrations you did? What kind of payment platforms did you integrate with? You know, all of those questions that I would have in my mind. If I don't see him build something, a solution in that capacity, at that level, I will not hire him. Why? Because I don't see him helping my company solve the problem that we have at hand. The problem can be, we have a front-end developer, we don't have back-end. We have a back-end developer, we don't have front-end. Or we have front-end, but it's not good enough. His front-end is not good, right? There is a challenge, and that's why we need. So it can be system inefficiency, right? It can be that the process is broken. Guess what? I need a business analyst. Oh, I need a project manager. It can be that the team needs support. So I would need somebody in the capacity of maybe an operations analyst or an operations manager. In that case, a business analyst can apply for that role. Or it can be that we're growing and we are expanding and I need to hire more people. And in that instance, I would need to speak to other people that would help us get to the next level of our growth. Whatever the case is, that job on the job board did not exist because the company just wants to do charity and pay some people's salary. No, it exists because there is a problem and you are needed. You are needed to come in and solve that problem. That is the essence of that job even existing in the first place. So guess what? You have only taken a course in data science, data analytics. You have not worked as a data analyst anywhere. You've not interacted with data set from maybe a server, from AWS, from Cloudways. You've not interacted with any data sets from Cloudflare. So when they ask you a question like, oh, the data set you worked with, do you know the source of that data set? And you're like, yeah, Google form. If you tell me Google form, I would know that your knowledge is not deep, right? If you say Google form, I would know that it's not deep. When you say Cloudflare or Cloudways, I'm like, okay, can you tell me about the process, right? Those questions are just to test how deep your knowledge is about your role and your skill, right? It is very important for you to be able to show the recruiter that, oh, guess what? I have done it before and I can help you solve that problem. So when you go into a company to apply for a role that you see on the job board, know that they are trying to hire a solution. You are supposed to be the solution provider. So if you arrive with a solution mindset, it is easy for you to stand out. I promise you, not a lot of job seekers approach applying to jobs with a solution mindset. Everybody goes in with, honestly, I don't know the kind of mindset that people have. Oh, I've taken a course. I need a job. Like, I need a job. I just need it because I need sponsorship. I need it because the minute you switch that mindset and you make it about showing that you can provide solution or you can provide solution, that which you want, you easily get it. And you wonder, yeah, this is the ultimate goal at the end of the day. But it comes easy. That's because of how you position. That's because of the mindset you use in approaching job application, right? You don't use the mindset of, I'm at their mercy. I just need a job. I just need it to get by. No, you're approaching it. I have taken this course as this. I need to be able to solve this level of problem in this capacity of a DevOps engineer, of a cloud engineer, of a SOC analyst. I need to be able to solve this kind of problem. So you build yourself. to be that person, and you apply to jobs like that, and you get interviews, and that's how you position during the conversation and throughout the interview. It's easy. The company would see you as somebody who can deliver results, and not just somebody that is saying, I am passionate, I am passionate. So note that this company is speaking to you during interviews. They just want you to show that you will give them results. All the English, all the questions, whether rhetorical questions, hypothetical questions, all that long English is just to know if you will deliver results. Again, the problem exists because they need somebody who can solve that problem, right? So how you position will tell them, and trust me, they will find who they want. You are either that person or you are not, and you want to be that person, right? It's very important for you to be that person. So one big mistake that a lot of people is they don't position as the person that can provide that solution. They just position as the desperate person that needs sponsorship, the desperate person that needs a job, the desperate person that wants to get by. That is not your goal. We all need jobs. We all need to get by. That's an established fact. But that's not how you want to position when you go for interviews. You want to position as the person they need. I am the solution you need. I am the person that would solve this problem for you. I have the magic wand to make all of your problems disappear. Trust me, it's not like you do abracadabra, but it's a process, but you need to tell the story in a way that would make them see it as, yes, you really indeed have the magic wand to make this problem that they can see disappear. And the only way you can paint it is if you can show them that you've done it before. It's easier. They need to picture it already, and it's from your story, right? So don't go there showing that you are potential, you have something to offer. No, it doesn't tell them you would fix a problem. It doesn't tell them you can fix a problem. It just tells them that you cannot help them move forward immediately. Again, just one thing is at the back of the mind of these guys. They need you to be able to show them that you can deliver immediately, and you need to make it clear. Now, talking about making it clear, I'd like us to listen to one of the interns at Angari for just about 2 minutes or 1 minute, right? His name is Darlington. But before we get there, so when it comes to you being clear during interviews, you need to understand that your CV already represented you to a large extent, right? Meaning, it was able to help them answer 2 questions. Have you taken the course? Meaning, do you have the knowledge of this niche? Your CV would either say yes or no. How do you say yes? Under skills and technology or tools, you've listed the tools and technologies you can use or that you have used before or that you've learned. You've told them that I have taken the course, I have knowledge of this field. Then the second question the CV has to answer yes to is, have you done this before? The only way you can say yes via your CV is through your experience. So under experience, guess what? Joy is applying to the role of a data analyst. And Joy does not have data analyst experience anywhere. Precious is applying to the role of a and app security analyst. But I can't see any of that. I can just see, oh, worked in healthcare, worked as a salesperson. I will skip your CV. Even the ATS will skip your CV. It's not seeing what would make it say, okay, yes, these are the keywords. And it's telling me as a recruiter or hiring manager that you have not done this before, because it doesn't show under your experience. And remember, you are not the only one applying. So I need to see it from the get-go that you have done it before. So your CV needs to answer yes to 2 things. You've done it before and you've taken the course, meaning you have the knowledge. Under experience and your skills, whether core skills, technical skills, etc. You know how the structure of your CV has to be, right? So yeah. So your CV says yes to that. Now you are in an interview with me. You don't have to come to me and repeat everything that I already see on your CV. You're meant to come to the interview and tell me things that I do not know yet. E.g., tell me about yourself in ways that sells you as a problem solver, with stories tied to how you solved the problem for a previous company. I will show you an instance, right? But before I show you the instance, let's look at the key things that these recruiters are looking out for, because that interview is your entry point. They can see you now, they can feel you now, but what are they feeling and what are they seeing, right? I'm seeing you, I'm speaking to Samuel, I can see you, I can feel your energy. What am I seeing? Am I seeing you as somebody who has clarity of communication and you have depth in terms of what you can do and what you've done? Then am I seeing you as someone who has a good sense of judgment? Do you understand the bigger problem, right? It's not just the tiny, tiny task at hand. If I am asking that, or if you're speaking to me and I cannot see if I cannot see your depth as maybe a business analyst, I will doubt your competence. And the minute I have doubt, I will not say yes, right? A recruiter is not supposed to have doubt. Speaking to you from the get-go, I should be able to say yes, Daniel is smart. He's that candidate. Like, I should be able to say yes to you. But the minute I'm like, I'm not sure, honestly, trust me. One thing we say at Amdari is, if we have second doubts or second thoughts about a candidate, let's not sweat it. There is no point. If we're like, yeah, he's actually good in this area, but as long as there is that, then there is no point, right? Taking that kind of chance can be expensive. Have we done it before? Yes. Was it a total waste of time? Yes. Because guess what? Remember what I said earlier about you supporting them with extra support because, they've only taken the course and they need to figure things out on the job. We hired somebody on the team at Amdari, and because the team did not have another person in that capacity, that department is a very lean department. It's not a department where you need 2 or 3 of a particular niche. No, you just need 1 of each niche in that department. So trust me, a lot of companies would even generally operate lean. So you would see a company that has been existing for years. I worked in a company that existed for 13 years, and I was the only IT project manager. And this company operated with big organizations because the founders' network was high net worth individuals. So just one client meant massive revenue for the founder of the company I worked for. So it wasn't a small company. She could hire as many staff members as she needed. But guess what? We could actually operate with that lean, energy and all of that. So the company was lean. I was the only IT project manager, and it was just some departments that had 2 of this person, 3 of this person, and the entire company was just 13 of us, right? And that was a 13-year-old company. Now, 13 inclusive of the founder, it was just 12 staff members, right? So a lot of companies operate lean. So if they are trying to hire you, bear in mind that there is nobody to train you on the job, on that team, right? And you cannot tell them to change how they operate because, they want to hire you and you need support. So the minute they know that you need support, it's a red flag. They don't have somebody to support you, so they'll let you go, right? They won't even call you back for that interview. And you know how many companies operate that lean? A lot. So from the get-go, they need to also be able to tell that you have that sense of judgment that can help them solve bigger problems, not just tasks. Somebody that just checks the box in a company or while doing their job is somebody that will need supervision. Do this, do that. You need somebody to tell you what to do. They will not proceed with you. So do you understand the bigger picture, not just the task at hand? And your confidence level also needs to be very obvious. You need to present yourself as somebody who is already operating at the kind of level they want. Please, maybe I should rephrase that or listen to that again. You need to present yourself as somebody operating at the level that they want. I have only taken a course. I need a job. You will not be able to present yourself as somebody at the level at which they want you to show that you can operate. Now, before we say too much, we have an intern at Amdari that was able to show that. He was able to show them during an interview that he had with that company that he is that candidate that can actually get the job done. And he showed them what he would be able to achieve for them in the next 1 year if they hire him. Guess what? He got the job. And I would like us to listen to that LinkedIn for just 1 minute, like I said earlier, right? So he got a job 2 months into his internship at Amdari. He got the job this January. He started his internship with us November last year. So that was just 2 months in, and he got the job in January. Let's listen to him for just 2 minutes or less. If there is no sound, kindly call my attention to it. So congratulations, Darlene, on landing the role as HC Selection and Implementation Lead. That's the job title, right?
Yes, that's the job title, yeah.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
It feels really good. The important part is you get to apply what you know. The knowledge we've been able to acquire seems to be nothing if you can apply it to a real world problem. So that's the most important part for me and what I'm excited about.
Amazing. So how would you say the experience at Amdari helped you land the role, like from the projects you worked on to the types of mentor you had and all that? How would you say that really, really contributed to you landing this role?
Well, in the interview, my background is data science and sales. So this role is more like a business analysis role. It's a mixture of different bits, but they were not looking for someone who was a business analyst per se, a project manager. They were looking for someone who had a bit of data science background, project management, business analysis. And funny enough, I had never I had never done anything on business analysis till I got to Amdari. And while I was there in the interview room, I was asked about things like mapping and how you scope the whole process. Just give us a rundown of what you would do if you were to start this role. I just used everything I learned at Amdari. I spoke about the process, the to-be processes, the project charter, basically the terminology and the knowledge of what I learned very played a part in that interview. I seemed to be the person that gave them a clear idea of what they are going to achieve in a 1 year period because they didn't know how to go about it. So they needed someone who was close to what they were looking for. And my knowledge from what I'd learned at Gary played a huge part in that interview, to be honest.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much.
So yes, give me thumbs up if you heard everything that Darlington said. Please give me thumbs up. You heard everything he said. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Did we hear Darlington? Okay, thank you, Joy. Thank you, Nobu. Thank you, Karin. Awesome. So he said something at the end of this video, right? Well, the conversation was longer than that, but I stopped it there because of time, like I said. Now, he said something. He said he seemed to be the one that was able to show them what they could achieve in the next 1 year. That's him positioning as somebody who is already operating at the kind of level that can help them achieve a major goal. Somebody operating at the kind of level that can help them solve a problem. He said his narration and the things he said helped them see, right, what they could achieve. So that was also showing them that, oh, we've not been able to get to this level. We've not been able to get to this point. And everything he's saying really makes sense. So at the end of the day, you having actual instances where you've worked, it's not just about proving to recruiters that I have done it somewhere before. It's about showing them that you have built the capacity. So it's not about saying, I've worked here, I've worked there. It's about saying, from what I have done before, this is what I can also help you achieve. That's the whole essence of you showing them experience. That's the role. And that was why I said it earlier that I will deliberately not use the word work experience or experience because it looks like that word is overflowed and it's clouding the essence of why we need experience. It's clouding the essence of why we need to be capacity. So when we say work experience, it just sounds like, oh, go take another course. Oh, go do this. No, it's saying build the kind of competence and capacity that would help you get to the level that recruiters need you to be in order for them to trust you enough to give you the job or trust you enough to sponsor you. You need the sponsorship, but it's also going to cost them something, right? So don't see these interviews as, oh, just an interview. No, it's not just an interview because for them, they are looking at a lot of things, risk, value, and the confidence they can place on you that you will perform. They need to believe that you can deliver, right? Again, I would be spending money to pay you salary. I'll be spending money to sponsor you if it's a role that sponsors, right? So I need to know that you are worth all of this. So it's not charity. Again, that job is not there because it's fancy to create job opportunities. Oh, that job is not there because they want to help humanity. Honestly, no, right? The actual problem that company is solving is maybe parts, yes, solving problem for humanity. And secondly, them also making money. So you are coming in to make money and earn salary. At the same time, you need to show them that this is what I have to offer. But if you cannot show them that you have something to offer, it's looking like charity for them. So, oh, I'm supposed to take a chance on you. I'm supposed to believe in you. I'm supposed to trust you and bring you to my team. What happens to my own investors? What do I tell them when this role is affecting our growth because we decided to give it to somebody that is going to be figuring things out? And again, figuring things out means you need to take your time and you would make mistakes because it's normal. You're new to this. So that interview is for them to filter out everybody that looks high risk. Everybody that looks high risk. So you need to let them know that they can trust you to deliver immediately. And again, because you've done it before, you have built that capacity and the competence that you need to be able to deliver. So it's easy for them to trust you and know that, oh, okay, it's not going to be too much of a risk to go with Bamidele, right? Then, is it going to be worth it for them to even sponsor you if it's a job offer that comes with sponsorship up front, right? Are you going to be worth all of that? If yes, then sure, they will go ahead with you. But if you can't prove that, again, through showing them how you would deliver for them, how you would solve a problem, and how you would help them achieve something, it will be very hard. I went in to apply for a job. Let me tell you something about standing out and showing these people that you can do it. I applied for a product manager role. Guess what I did in this? I showed them how hiring me meant saving money. Not just them making economical money from my role alone now, right? But saving money, because I showed them my skill as an SEO expert. I showed them my skill as a software developer. Note, I wasn't applying for an SEO role. I wasn't applying for a software role. No, I was applying for a product manager role. But all of the transferable skills and capacities that I built from either doing this job or working with people that did the job, and me just deliberately investing in myself to have all of those complementary skills. Complementary skills are important. So all of those complementary skills made me stand out. It was a no-brainer. I got the job very fast. Like the complementary skills, you just need to know how to sell yourself. So what I did was, this is my knowledge. If I work with your tech team today, because of my knowledge, building products, building softwares, I would know when the team is just making things up. Oh, this will take 5 weeks. This will take 7 weeks. No, this will take 2 weeks if we break it down like this, like that. That's how I broke it down for them. I said, if we're building a product and we use agile methodology and we do it like this, and we have meetings like this, we have stand-up like this, we will be able to achieve this. And this is how I would structure my team. I was breaking it down for them on the team. And I said, there is no product that we will build for a client that we will not still make SEO optimized, from search engine optimization and also even carrying out audits, just so that this client knows the areas that they have to improve on for their platform. So I showed the knowledge of SEO also. Then to now crown it up, I showed them how hiring me meant hiring somebody that would go above and beyond with other instances that I gave them, right? So you need to sell yourself with complementary skills, but you cannot build complementary skills without working with teams or with people. That's a fact. I forgot to mention something. UI UX. I have never worked a day in my life as a product designer, but guess what? I worked with people that were product designers in my team for cross-functional projects. And what that did was help me build the knowledge that would make me know what to look out for when working with a UI designer. And I can't honestly, curiosity kind of even made me with it. So I would not say I ever designed. No, I did not design, right? But those skills that I picked up from working with other people, I used it as complementary skills during my interview. it's not about so now this conversation is not about complementary skills. This conversation is about why I had that knowledge, because I worked in teams, because I worked with people. Again, so the conversation is not about, oh, complementary skills. No, the conversation is about the fact that I worked with people. I wouldn't have known a lot of these things if I wasn't in a system. And guess what? It was internship. Honestly, it was internship. That was what helped me, because what I knew at that time was not enough for me to get a job. I had just taken a course in front-end development, and the most I knew was just HTML and CSS. And software developers would disagree that that's even a programming language. Honestly, the internship built me to learn actual programming languages like React, like Node.js, important frameworks that will help you build secured web products, that will help you integrate the APIs with the front end, endpoint, etc. All of that, I didn't know it. Guess what? Is that the knowledge I wanted to use to apply to a job? No. So when you are applying, when you go for an interview, note that that conversation is for them to know that you can deliver immediately. If they invest in you or if they hire you, it's worth it. And they can also believe in you enough to perform from day one. Right? So don't think you're going there to be assessed like, oh, a candidate. No, it's an investment. They will be paying salary. They will most likely be sponsoring. So they are not assessing you as, okay, candidate. Again, that whole charity mindset is really what I'm trying to, because most times we just look at it as job, apply, get the job. They should give me the opportunity now. No, that's not the case for them. They are paying salaries, they are investing, and somebody also invested in their business. So anybody they are hiring better be somebody that can move the company forward, because this founder is answering to a board. This founder has collected Series A or Series whatever funding, and they need to get to that point where they are either getting revenue, right, or the cash flow is steady. And not one team can help them achieve that. A lot of teams will help them, and that's where you and I come in. You think you're joining a team as a very technical person. No, even that your technical role contributes to the company's achievement, right? So it's not, oh, I'm not doing sales now, but I'm not doing, no, every aspect of the business. Imagine a business that is tech driven, right? Their service is everything on their product. It's SaaS, and you're working there as penetration tester or the developer or the data analyst. Everything you all are doing will make or mar that company. So it's not, oh, but I'm not a salesperson. No, but I'm not. All of you are selling. You are selling with what you're doing for them, right? Making their products reliable. You're helping them retain their customers. Analyzing their data sets. Why is there churn, right? Oh, why are they dropping off on this page? You are the data analyst. But that analysis you just made helped them realize that, oh, it's because of this bestseller product that is out of stock. That's why they are not making sales. Your analysis and recommendation just helped them see that insight. Guess what? Did you have to go say, oh, come and buy, this is what we're selling? No, you just did an analysis and you gave the recommendation to the founders. They would fix it with the other team members that needs to make it happen. Oh, let's get more products in stock. Oh, it's the checkout. It's 5 steps. It's too long. Customers don't like lengthy checkout. Let's shrink it into 2. You made that recommendation as the project manager. And guess what? The tech team gets on the job. UI UX redesigns the page. The developers, they rebuilt it, because who did that? Who gave that recommendation? Christopher. Christopher said, oh, we cannot have 5 checkout pages. Let's have 2. 2 is enough. Let these people just do 1 or 2 steps and pay. And that recommendation from Christopher meant the tech team came together. Okay, redesign it, product designer. He did. Okay, develop it, website developer. You developed it. And the analyst eventually did another analysis, and sales is better because of that suggestion from a project manager. That is Christopher. That is exactly how your own role contributes to helping a company grow. This is what recruiters want to hear in an interview. That's music to my ears. But guess what? If Christopher only takes a course as a project manager and he decides to work on one capstone project or one personal project somewhere, somehow, right? How is he going to say he works with developers? He works with UI designers. How would you even spot this kind of problem? This kind of problem exists with operating businesses. not a business that is just an idea. And you can only have this quality interaction if you work with actual people. With Amdari Internship, you don't work alone, you work with actual people. We give you that deep ecosystem. So it's not just scanty ecosystem, it's just me and this other person. We don't even have a data analyst on our team. We don't even have a product designer. We don't even have this. We don't even have that. That's not the experience you get at Amdari. What you get at Amdari is 100% actual workplace experience, stand-up meetings, deadlines, presenting to stakeholders, that kind of exposure and interaction that builds all those complementary skills that makes recruiters see you as a candidate that has deep knowledge of their field and working with other people. That's the kind of knowledge you build. So do not apply to jobs like most candidates, apply like top candidates. What most candidates will do is they explain what they've learned. No, recruiters have gone past this. This is not the level they want you to operate at. Repeating what's already on your CV. That's telling me you lack depth as a candidate. Hoping to impress with those list of skills and tools on your CV. No, what you're supposed to do is position as a problem solver. Remember what I said about why that job is on the job board. Speak with context and clarity. You can only have this if indeed and in fact you have worked in a team. And then making it easy for recruiters to hire you. I already mentioned this. You make it easy for them to hire you when your narration, when your story comes without doubt, when you position like somebody who has solved the problem before and can solve it for them also. So what are they really measuring? Can you do the job? Will you fit in? Will you cause problems? Please, this is important, and I'll come to this. Are you worth the cost? And then, do you want this specifically? This is important. This affects a lot of people's performance on the team. And a lot of companies don't want to hire today and fire tomorrow. It's too much of stress. They know how hard it was before they even got you. So if they are speaking to you now and they are not sure about you, it's best for them to just let you go than for them to hire you and then say bye-bye tomorrow. It is stressful for them, and it's not good for your own mental health and your confidence as a professional, right? We just say these things sometimes. Trust me, these things affect us. Rejections. You will start questioning, is it that I'm not good enough? What kind of knowledge do they need? Am I supposed to go get it from outside planet Earth? Should I go get it from Pluto? That's not what they need, right? So can you do the job? This is where they test your technical fit, right? Your relevant experience and proof of output. They want to know how you've done it before. So they test how you can do it based on the story of how you've done it. It's not like, oh, they'll necessarily, not all companies will even give you technical assessment, honestly, right? But even if they give you technical assessment, why do they still have conversations with you to test if you can do it? It's because it's important for them to know if you can do it. And then, will you fit in? The culture, communication style, and self-awareness. You can only build this if you work in a team. And remember, oh, nobody's going to hire you if you don't have the experience. That's why, again, the internship program at Amdari is not like just watching videos, taking courses, watching videos, nobody to guide, nobody to mentor, no team member to work with. No, you have team members to work with. You present to stakeholders, you interact, you have stand-up meetings, you have deadlines, you have stakeholder presentations, you have all of that really builds the kind of competence they need. Will you cause problems? This is the very, very important one. What does this mean? Risk, supervision needs, and accountability signals. If you've only taken a course, you will cause problems. Remember what I said earlier. You'll be figuring things out because this is your first. You will make mistakes because this is your first. You will need somebody to guide you and point you in the direction that you should go, in the direction of standard work, because this is your first time. A lot of companies would either not even have that person to guide you. One, a lot of companies don't have that luxury of time for you to figure things out, catch up, make mistakes. They give you feedback, go and correct it. A task that can be completed in 2 days has taken 2 weeks. A task that can be completed in 1 month is going on 2 months because you need to be supervised, because this is your first time and it is normal for a first timer. They are not saying, oh, you are a failure. No, you have started applying to this role too early before you are ready. Recruiters know now not to hire people that are not job ready, because for them, it is going to affect the quality of work. It would waste their time. It would cause more problem because a problem is existing already. That's why they need you. But they're hiring you now and you're coming in and you're making mistakes. What that means is you're adding to existing problem. They don't have that time. Now, for them, they will now say, oh, the minute they've seen that you can't because you've not done it before and you come in to cause problem, they'll tell you no. But they don't give you the feedback as to the real reason why. So you keep wondering, oh, I keep getting turned down. Oh, I keep getting rejected. Oh, I keep getting this. I keep getting that. They know why they're rejecting you. It's for these reasons that I am telling you that most likely, most of these videos online will not tell you. Most of these recruiters will not add to your CV. They will give you a vague feedback, not CV, sorry, the feedback they send, if they send you feedback after rejection, right? Not a lot of companies send it. So if they send it, they would make it vague. We found someone who is a better fit. They can put it like, we would put your name on our file just in case for future purposes, in case we're looking to hire. We really enjoyed speaking to you. Of course, they won't say anything that would make you feel bad. No, they won't. But that would not really help you. Not because they didn't say something to make you feel bad, no. But because the feedback they gave is vague. Oh, we decided to go with somebody that's a better fit. Why not me? Just tell me already, right? Oh, because the role is about an existing problem. And we realized from our conversation with you that you are fresh out of a boot camp. You've only taken a course. You still have a couple of things to catch up on in terms of job readiness. So we suggest and advise that you work on a couple of real business challenges on some projects or take some internship. Feedback like that would really save people the stress of wondering what the problem is, right? Then if they are looking to sponsor you, they will be looking at if you're going to be worth that cost, because they'll be spending close to 10K to sponsor you. So will there be a return on investment from how you're conversing with them, right? If they see that, no, this is going to be risky, they will say no. And then why did you pick this company? Why do you need this specifically, right? And then this role, why is it important to you? Why did you pick this field? When we hire at Amdari, that's one question I would always ask. Why are you a data analyst today, right? The reason why I ask is, if situation pushed you to it, but are you loving it? Are you enjoying it? When I say situation, I mean, oh, recruiters are hiring for this role, and honestly, I need a job that recruiters are hiring for. That's a situation that can help us, that can make us to go that route. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. I am saying, I want to know if beyond the fact that we all take these courses for the obvious reason, oh, it's faster to get a job as a software developer, as a project manager, as a business analyst. Oh, it's faster to get a job as a cloud and app security analyst. Yes, that's your reason for going that route. But after doing that, did you like it, right? Is it a field that you are passionate about? That passion about your day-to-day is what will make them see that, okay, you really love this role. That's one. Then why did you apply to this company? There are a lot of job openings for this role from other companies. Why did you apply to this company? They would also want to test your knowledge of their business and the problem that they need you to come and solve. That's the essence of that conversation. Of course, the obvious reason why you applied is, I honestly applied to multiple companies and it's just about the one that picks me. So it's not like I applied because you guys are so special. No. But guess what? They know this. That's what they also did. It's what we all do, right? I applied because I need a job. Your company posted that there is vacancy. So here I am. But you won't respond like that, obviously, right? But that's just the default reason most times. But them asking you that question is to know if, to a large extent, you did your research and you're really interested in this and you really want this. And I'll tell you what that means as we proceed. So every job you apply to is an opportunity for you to position using 3 strong interview layers that we have: positioning, communication, and proof. How you present yourself when speaking to them as somebody who has depth. Please, it's not about how you present yourself, looking eyeball to eyeball with them, not stuttering, looking confident. That's not positioning. No. That's the barest minimum in terms of defining positioning. When I talk positioning, I'm talking your depth, your knowledge, you understanding your role clearly, understanding how to solve problems in the context of the capacity that we are trying to hire you for, right? That is what I mean by positioning. Remember what I said about what I did also. Positioning myself as somebody that would help them save more money. You don't need to hire SEO experts. You don't need to hire a technical, because I am all of that. So you don't need SEO experts for this. You don't need this. You don't need that. How do you position? With the complementary skills. With the complementary skills, I am seeing you as a super smart and elite candidate. I would want to work with you. Then your communication. It's not about phonetics. It's not about grammar. It's not about using all these words that we just like to throw around, all the terminologies just to show that you took the course. They are just not going to pass any message. You need to speak with clarity. Clarity is only going to show your understanding of what you're saying. But when you start throwing words around, I spoke to one lady and she kept throwing value, prospect, funnel, and all of those words, and optimization, and every fancy word in growth marketing that you can think of today. She kept using those words without answering my questions. Like literally, that told me one thing clearly. She lacked depth and she obviously does not understand that role. But was she very, very eloquent? She was. Did she speak so well? Like, yes, she had a very, very clean accent, right? A very clean accent, like a learned person. But she lacked depth and clarity. Was she confident? You could tell that she's just trying to Google me. She's just trying to, oh my God. And she was so quick to say everything and anything and blah, blah, blah. And I was already getting bored out of my mind. I was like, oh my God, you're not even answering my question, right? So communication can happen and you don't sound clear. You don't sound structured. You don't sound like you have depth of your work. Then proof, evidence that you can do the job, not via CV, no, portfolio and your story. So when we say proof, a lot of people think they mean what their CV will show and what their portfolio will show on the, what's it called, on GitHub, on maybe Canva portfolio that you build. No, it's even in your story. I would get my proof. In your story, I will get my proof. And that's what we tell this the candidates that we speak with Amdari. Because for us at Amdari, it's not just about coming to gain experience. It's about us building you to the point where we know you can actually deliver value and sell yourself during that interview. Remember what I said about positioning. So we would craft your story for you during the interview prep. We have interview prep sessions with our interns every Thursday throughout the internship, right? Every Thursday throughout the internship. You need this interview prep session because not a lot of candidates know how to sell themselves. They don't know how to sell themselves. So what happens is they end up saying things that does not help them position in a way that a recruiter would see you as somebody who will save money, save cost, bring so much value to the team. Now, I'd like us to listen to Pedro. He got a visa sponsorship job, and let's hear what he said. Just 2 minutes, right? Yeah, let's just listen to him for 2 minutes. Looks like his video might be the last I play for today, so I can take your questions and we can wrap up. Like I promised earlier, I don't want to take too much of your time, so I'm so appreciative of your rapt attention to the conversation. So let's listen to Pedro for just 2 minutes and then we will come back.
Thanks so much, Pedro, for doing this with us. and congratulations on landing the cybersecurity role. Is it SOC or what's the job title?
It's OT security specialist, but more of OT security. So it's cybersecurity, but in operations technology.
Amazing. And it came with visa sponsorship, correct?
Yes. Role.
Yeah. Let me blow some confetti, imaginary confetti. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank
All right. So I would like to know how your experience, right, the work experience at Amdari helped you go from being a job seeker to becoming job ready, right? From the mentorship to the project. How did the work experience help you go from being a job seeker to being job ready?
Okay, so for starters, in my IT career, I've been more of a lone wolf. I like to study on my own, do my certifications, but moving to the UK, I realized that I had to change. I knew I needed some form of mentorship, and that's how I stumbled into Amdari. And yes, the program helped. It provided some guided mentorship that helped me determine the road that was suitable for me and how to navigate to the next chapter. I was already in employment, but I knew I needed to pivot. And yes, the Amdari experience was very important, and it contributed to me landing this new role.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much, Pedro. So what specific aspect of this internship would you say helped you ace your interview?
Okay. For starters, Amdari helped. They have several services. And I think the very first one I opted for was the CV rebuild. That is very, very important. And after the session, my CV got a lot better. I knew I was getting a lot more interviews, but I was really picky about the companies I wanted to join. So the CV rebuild was very, very good. And when I did get called for this interview, they also helped with interview preparation sessions. That was very good. That's put me in the right place to predict questions that were going to be asked, and that really helped to land the role. Then the experience with Amdari was amazing. I was in the SOC analysts cohort. We dabbled into several projects ranging from SIM analysis, we're building VMs and doing malware analysis. And yes, I mentioned that during my interview, and yes, it really did help.
All right. So please give me thumbs up if you heard everything Pedro said. I'd like to see a thumbs up, everybody. Thank you very much, Banda. Awesome. So he said something very nice. He spoke about the projects he worked on during his internship, and they really helped, right? He spoke about working on certain projects, spoke about working in teams. He spoke about, I'm not sure I got to the point where he spoke about his team lead. That was the person that encouraged him to apply to multiple jobs. Now, this internship at Amdari will provide you with a team lead. This team lead are not fellow interns. They are people who have worked in the space, right, for about 6 years, 8 years, 10 years. They are professionals with experience already. So you are not coming in or to work with a fellow intern in terms of who will lead your team. No, you're working with fellow interns, obviously, for your team collaboration and everything, but who your team lead is, who your mentor is, who your coach is an expert. That guidance, that supervision, that companies will tell you that, oh, there's nobody to supervise, there's nobody to guide, there's nobody. That's what we provide you with, because you need to learn under the mentorship of somebody who has done it before. And that's what we provide you with. Now, before we continue, I'd like to share something with you, right? When you apply to a job, there's your follow-up email, an email to also shoot your shot to recruiters when applying to jobs. I would like to share templates with you. Templates of the kind of CV that can help you win. Templates of emails that you can send to recruiters even before they start hiring. We had a recruiter join us for mentorship. He spoke to our interns last week, And one thing he said was, most jobs are posted after the recruiter already either, found the candidate they want, right? 70% of these jobs don't make it to the job board. How do you find these jobs? The first job I got in tech was not posted on a job board. Yes, the same job I said sponsored my relocation 7 months after I worked with them remotely. Yes, that same job. It was not posted on a job board. I sent a DM to a recruiter, right? I sent it to the founder of the company. Don't let me say recruiter. I sent it to the founder of the company. I'm going to share a tool with you today. Oh, how do I send an email to the founder of the company? How do I know their account? How do I know their email address? This tool does not get it wrong. Please do something for me. My colleague is going to be dropping an attendance form. I would send the link to this tool to your email. I'm going to demo the tool for you on the call, but I would send the link to that tool in your email. Angel, please, can you drop the attendance form for them in the chat? Please fill the attendance form, because that's the only way I can send this tool to you, right? The tool is going to help you filter and come up with, it's very easy, with the most important people in the company, right? It will tell you how many employees the company has, and it will give you their emails and phone number, right? Maybe don't copy their phone number for privacy reasons, but it comes with their phone number. Bear in mind that it works with APIs that can access publicly available data. Data that you might find it very hard to find sometimes, right? So please make sure you fill the attendance. Hi, Angel, are you there? Hello, Angel. So she's going to drop it in the chat for you to work with, okay? So I would like you to fill the attendance form right about now. I'm not sure she's here, so just give me a minute, please. Let me call her attention. All right, thank you very much for your patience. So I'm just trying to call. So she's going to drop the attendance form so that you can fill the form. Like I said, these are the things I'll share with you. Templates on the kind of email to use in shooting your shots. And it works. I don't know how I forgot to put that on my slide. I sent this to a recruiter and I got the job within 24 hours. You need to know how to remember what I said earlier. This thing is not mad, honestly. It's just knowing how to shoot your shot. But make sure that you have actual problem you solve. Then make Alex has dropped the link in the chat. So please, yeah, she has dropped it again. Please use the link to fill the attendance form and you will be able to. Victory, yeah, that's because we actually scrapped DevOps. Apologies, I'm just seeing your message. So it was open up until last week, but it looks like a lot of people are not really interested in that career path. So we had to scrap DevOps. So we closed the program after we had a few people that joined. So that's the challenge with that for now. So we don't have DevOps at the moment, Victory. Right, so please fill the attendance form, everyone, so that I can share all of this that I mentioned, right? And also the recording of the session, in case you want to rewatch, and also this slide that I'm presenting. But like I said, I'll share the tool I'm talking about with you. It would really, really help you, right? And I'm sharing 2 tools with you on the call today. Another tool that will help you know which company is sponsoring. I'm not giving you, okay, so this is the attendance form. I'm not giving you tools that don't work. I'm giving you tools that intelligence sharing with you. I'm coming. Musbao, I am dropping it right now. So this is just the link. I just copied the link and just dropped. So that's just the link. Just work with it, okay? My colleague Alexandra has been dropping it. So companies hire for few reasons: to optimize performance, to increase productivity, and to solve problems. Remember what I said earlier, it's because something exists, a problem. That's why that job is out there. So they want to make existing processes better, faster, and smarter. Who can we hire? What does this mean? Oh, it means this role is needed. Oh, do you mean a business analyst? Yes. So let's put it on the job board. Let's hire a business analyst to join us. Oh, we want to get more output from the same or fewer resources. So what can we do? Should we hire a project manager that would manage the team that we have, because it looks like people are not accountable. It looks like people don't stick to deadline. Oh, is that what we should do? Yes, we need a project manager right now at this stage. Very important. So they go on to hire project manager. Oh, we need to address challenges that are costing us time or money. Oh, what do we need to do? Guess what? We need an analyst on the team, because we don't get to know why this is happening, or if we're able to analyze, if we're able to work with this, so it would help us make intelligent decisions that would help us save money on this or make more money, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's go ahead, hire a data analyst. And that's why there is that job on the job board. So you have to prove when you now apply to that role that you understand the problem and you can contribute to the solution. Remember I said earlier, the solution to the problem a company is facing cannot be solved by one person. If that's the case, even the founder himself will not need to hire people, but he cannot build, he just has the idea. Can he do the work of a project manager, business analyst, data analyst, cybersecurity? Can he do that? No. But he has the idea and he can run a business. He's an entrepreneur, but he needs smart people to help him work. You listen to the likes of Elon Musk, you listen to the likes of Mark Zuckerberg, or the founder of media rather, and you listen to all these people and they tell you that, oh, I just need to work with smart people on my team, and I don't need to be this person, I don't need to be that person. I can focus on this, I can focus on that, I can focus on partnerships, but I need smart people to handle this handle that etc. That's why you see most founders don't even act as CEO. They would actually hire people to be CEO, right? They need people to help them bring their company's vision to life. So are you positioning as that person that can contribute to bringing that solution on? It's not a learning ground, right? It's not a learning. No, Rehoboth, this is not the alumni roundtable. This is a session for people who are looking to gain experience here. So when you go in to apply to a job, you need to go in with the mindset of a solution provider. Make sure you show them, yes, Zoe, you're actually, your meeting is another link. Just check your group message. Just check your group. Your meeting link will be there. Yeah, so you don't miss that conversation, because I know it will be important for you. So you need to go a solution provider. Do you understand what's broken? Have you fixed something like this before? And can you contribute to solving this problem in a week? So make sure you go into the interview to now show them that, yes, yes, Wandile, nice to have you here. So you go in to show them that, yes, I can solve the problem. I have done it before and I can contribute. So guess what that means? What that means in essence is, during that interview, they are not looking for perfection. They're not looking for you to sound all perfect like somebody that's never made a mistake. They just want you to show them that you understand what is broken, because you have seen that happen before. And this was what you did to solve such problem, or this was your contribution to the team that solved the problem. Because of course, you cannot solve a problem alone in most instances. You need a team. Imagine a project manager trying to deliver a project on time. Can he do it alone? No. Imagine a business analyst trying to optimize the process. He needs people. He needs the team, right? So what was your role in solving the problem? So you need to understand 3 things. So it's easy for these recruiters to make you, to find it easy to hire you. E.g., how do you think? How you solve problems? How do you approach it? And then how you communicate. You know, we talked about this briefly earlier. Your communication, the way you think about solving problems and all that. Now, this is, I won't be playing his video, but I'll be sharing the link in the email you've received. This is Jerry, one of the interns at Amdari, that was able to land a job with his story and narration. Look at it here. Also spoke about the SQL project when they asked about data acquisition. Thank you so much for your mentorship, Emeka. take your flowers. Let me go to the top of his message. He sent the message to his team lead, Emeka. All right. He sends the message to his team lead and he says, "Hi, Emeka. Just wanted to officially let you know that I have landed a data analyst role within the civil service." That's exactly what he said. So he was able to share that story with the projects he has worked on. See, he said here, "I was asked to prepare a presentation on any data analysis project. So I edited and submitted our first project." Saved me a lot of time and gave me confidence. That's the essence of having prior experience. So how you become part of the 1% candidate when you apply to job is simple. Make sure you prepare context. Don't just prepare answers. And make sure you lead the conversation. Remember, I said they need experts. They need people that will show that they are already performing at this level, not, "Oh, I'm trying to figure things out," right? So you need to show that you can do this. So you have that 1% mindset, which is, "I understand why this role exists. I know what success looks like. I can show how I will contribute because this is how I did it before. And I speak your language, not mine." You have to speak their language. And what do I mean? Make sure you prepare differently. At the start of this conversation, I said something. I said you will not be applying you will not be applying more. You'll just be applying differently. Meaning, you would research deeply. You will practice communication. You would think like an insider and you build real examples. That would make you apply differently, not like every other person, not just, 500 more applications, 300 more applications. Reminds me of the story of one of our interns that landed a job. She applied to less than 10 jobs and she got the job because she applied differently, right? The trajectory of our interns. It's quite simple and interesting. This is one of them, Sandra. You can look her up on LinkedIn. Sandra applied to Amdari internship, right? Gained experience as a GRC analyst March last year. The internship is for 4 months, and Sandra got a job in October the same year as a data protection paralegal with with Hello DPO, right? I'm also going to share her testimonial. Because of time, I won't be able to play it on this call. Then we also have Judith, who applied, or rather interned with us as a data analytics consultant. She got a job with Renewable Parts as the same job title within 3 months. Look at it here. She interned with us May last year and she got a job in August, resumed in September with Renewable Parts in the UK. The last person I'll show us here is Betty. Betty interned with us January last year, got a job in April, and resumed with them in May with Echoes IT Limited in the UK. She interned as Information Technology Project Manager, and she got a job so they don't read. So now a lot of people just go, when they say research the company, people think it's read the about page, know the product, and then list their company values. No. What are you supposed to do? Do it like a strategist, right? Study the business model of that company. Yes, you can do that with the publicly available data. Understand the competitive landscape. Who are their competitors? What kind of problem are they solving? How are they solving it? Are they a SaaS platform, right? Or are they, human facing when selling and all that? Then identify the hidden pain points in the role that you are applying to. Why does that role even exist? What is the hidden pain point? It's starting on the 11th of April, Joy. I'll show you how to enroll in it, okay? So you need to know more than they expect. That is how you will blow their minds. That is how you will not apply like other people. A lot of people are not doing this. They won't bother about understanding how the business makes money. Recruiters don't even expect you to come from this angle. Even though you make money, that will give you a lot of insight. Stage of the company, is it a stage has different risk tolerance and expectation. Trust me, if it's a nobody doing your job on that team, startups operate lean. If they are scaling, they now most likely have CTO. They might not have anybody in your niche, but they will have the closest. It would even help you position. If I'm applying to a startup, I'll be applying like a leader. I know that startup does not even have anybody in my capacity yet. Most likely, they would even just have CEO, then the developer that is building the product. It's always lean, maybe 5 team members, 10. It is going to help you apply smartly. You will strategize, you will prepare with that information. That will be tomorrow, Joy. That will be tomorrow in the next 24 hours. You know, it's been on for a while. So it will help you prepare like a smart person. So if they are, or, you know, maybe they have somebody close to your role, so you might, or they just need an extra hand, or they might not still have. Like I said, a company is growing big does not mean every department has multiple people for one niche, right? And then competitive landscape. Who are they competing with? What this will tell you is what they must do to win and stay relevant. Imagine having that knowledge and information, tie it to your own role, and use that smart approach to win their hearts. Then roles hidden pain. What problem do they expect your role to solve? What's broken that needs to be fixed by your role? What failure has been created by the vacancy, right? You can even check to see if somebody has occupied your role before, or you are the first person coming in, because again, lean teams. So when you do your research properly, it helps you frame your story better, right? And when you're referencing and trying to win their heart here, you can reference real business context. Oh, I noticed your main competitor just launched X. That probably changes how you think about Y, right? Then show awareness. Given you are in a scaling phase, it's showing them that you care about the business and you're smart and intelligent. Wants to have people that have that mindset, right? Winning mind to convince us that you can do this, right? So you say, given you are in a scaling phase, I would expect the priority to be speed over perfection, because I've worked in a company where it was a startup when I joined them, and at the point of scaling, I know one of the drawbacks or the major drawbacks we had was prioritizing something else over speed. We were chasing perfection, and that stalled our growth. That even defeated the essence of scaling. I'm like, okay. And then you break it down as it relates to your role, so that you are not sounding like you're speaking English, so that you sound like you know what you're saying. And then connect experience to their needs. At XYZ company, this was the problem I solved. Remember, like I gave the instance that, oh, you worked in a company that was a startup, and when you guys were scaling, this was the problem that you guys were now focusing on, instead of focusing on the main thing that would really help you scale. So this was how you now solve that problem. Don't make it all about problem. Let them see what you now did to turn things around. So what I now did was, to make it to give them this recommendation to switch, our priority to what matters. And that really helped us achieve X, Y, Z, which is where your car approach. A lot of people would call it STAR, right? But I prefer to call it STAR because context, action, still. Right? So to set the scene, what guys, why was something not what your team is. Okay, what was you sure? Oh, I was working, so because I was working closely with, so it was like you were performing under the shadow, that affected that person's interview. You could not proceed with them, or make them see your own capacity. What did you remember? I said it earlier, right? The company might be a startup, and if it's a startup, it means there is nobody lead you. You're supposed to come in and be the person leading. So if you're not saying, yeah, so I had a line manager, and you're making, what did you do? to change that situation? What was your own action? So you have to be confident in telling that story, the decision you made, your judgment, that's the steps you took, right? That would really help. And then you can now give them an instance. So I put the stories here that you can tell. Again, I'd love to share this slide with you. So please make sure you fill the attendance form. And lastly, the results. What was the measurable outcome? Don't sound big. Was it 18% retention? Was it 30% increase in sales or revenue by Q1, by Q2? Put timeline and metric impact. A lot of times people skip it. Put what you achieved in a month, in 2 weeks. That will help you. That kind of context will help you. Don't say, oh, we achieved 50% increase in our revenue. That can be across a year or 2 years. But if you say in 2 months, okay, wow, that's great. How did you achieve that? So let them know there was X problem, you did Y, and this was the result between this time. Don't just, when they say metric, they ignore timeline a lot. I always say, do not ignore timeline. It's very important. All right. So there is also another question. They will ask you, tell me about a time you failed. The question is not about your failure. The question is to test how you worked in a team, your self-awareness, your accountability level, and your growth. It's not about failure. So most times interviews are not about that question. It's about the hidden reason why that question was asked. If you're in an interview with me and I ask you, tell me about a time you failed, it's not about your failure. I want to know how you think. So you show me awareness. You knew something was wrong before others told you. Proactiveness, accountability. You owned your part, not blame shifting. I would listen to how the story. So it was my colleague that made the mistake, but I quickly helped him, like a knight in shining armor. Okay, like it depends on how you paint the story and everything like that. I want to know who you are, the kind of team member that you are, and then your growth. Do you admit to your part in that mistake and what you learned from that? What you stopped doing as a result of that? So what would you do? Tell them what went wrong. Be honest. Don't tell them vague stories, right? And then when you own your contribution, you tell them what you learned and what you did differently. And that would really, really help them see, oh, and I have my own fair share of this kind of stories, I promise you. Now, so Thursday throughout your stay in the program. Now, I'll just show you a snippet. I might not play the video, or I might play it for like 15 seconds. The interview prep is with a panel at Amdari. Now, this panel preps you for interview every Thursday, and you can have one-on-one interview prep as well. Now, this one was with Santiago, one of our interns in the program. He was interview prepped by his team lead and the employability specialist at Amdari. Just a minute, let me move it down. This is Santiago, one of our data engineering team leads. He was interview prepped on this day by a panel. But of course, I was screen recording, so the person that was pinned is who you see here. So let's listen to Santiago for just a few seconds, like 30 seconds.
Try to improve in that sense.
All right. Thank you. Okay, my final question is, have you used Power Query before?
Power Query, yes, I have.
Okay, can you tell me what kind of tool is it? I mean, why do you use Power Query? And can you walk me through a project that you did using Power Query?
So the one that we did had to do with customer churn.
Okay, so let me just stop it there. I just wanted you to see briefly what the interview prep at Amdari looks like. So that's how we have different interns in the program who we speak to during conversations like this. And the whole essence and the goal is for you to build the confidence, know how to answer questions, know the signals that they are looking out for. So it's real interview that you have, is feedback conversations that helps you improve in areas that you need to. How do you get this interview prep every Thursday while from Amdari? It's when you join the internship program. It is one of the advantages of what our interns get. Now, someone asked me in the chat, I think that was Joy. She said, when is the next cohort? And I said 11th April. So yes, the next cohort is starting on the 11th of April. If you'd love to be part of this cohort, if you'd love to have an opportunity to be prepped for interviews by team leads, by experts, employability experts, technical experts, all you have to secure your spot very easily, right? Now, before you secure your spot, how does Amdari work and how can Amdari help you? We understand that people have different levels of knowledge. People have taken courses also from different. What this means ultimately is the knowledge that Bamidele will be bringing will be different from what Christopher is bringing or what Karine is bringing. So we will not assume that Karine knows everything that Bamidele knows. We will not assume that M.A. Adelaja knows everything that Precious knows. We will not assume that, oh, Samuel knows everything, right, that Franklin knows. No. So that's why we still give you learning support in the program. So whether you've taken the course or not, we still provide you with learning support. That's where office hour with your team lead comes. So your actual internship is Mondays to Fridays. You're expected to commit a minimum of 1 hour per day. Me saying commit minimum of 1 hour is me really saying minimum, right? I'm not saying 1 hour per day is what you should do. I'm saying minimum. If you're too busy, 1 hour is fine. But if you can do 2 hours, 3 hours, that's okay. We will support you learning wise, and your actual experience is well packaged via interview prep, CV revamp, LinkedIn optimization, right? And tools that helps you apply to jobs smartly. Right now, when it comes to application, we have also partnered with an AI tool that helps you apply to jobs with ease. Remember that you're applying to a business analyst role with company A does not mean that company B, that is also hiring for a business analyst role, will have the same requirements. It's similar but not the same, and your CV needs to speak to each of them uniquely and specifically. That is why they keep telling you, don't use your master CV to apply to jobs, tailor your CV. But guess what? Everybody on this call, I know you are busy. I know you are working, either shift jobs, either 9 to 5, either care job, you are busy. So when it comes to tailoring your CV, you're not feeling lazy like, I cannot apply. To revamp your CV for each application, right? It also helps you spot companies that are sponsoring. You know the stress that, how do I know a company that's sponsoring? And then you tell me, oh, check the register of licensed sponsors. Go check gov.co.uk for that register of licensed sponsors. And then that's where you go and then you look at the companies. What's the stress there? You now be going to job boards like civil service jobs, like read.co.com jobs, etc.uk rather jobs, and you now start comparing and checking, okay, is it under the list? Is it under the list? No, it's not under the list. That's too much stress. What do you do? The smarter route. We have done it for you. We partnered with the AI platform. I would show you that platform in action. I'm not saying something that doesn't exist. I'm telling you something that exists and works. So how the internship works, I have hinted. It's for 4 months. It's remote. You work in teams, not alone, not in isolation. And you have team lead. And you work on projects from our project partners across the UK, US, and Canada, right? We have platforms like SmartPay AI that we partnered with, Swift, Remit, Rates that we've also partnered with. These are companies, either fintech, AI-driven platforms, health tech platforms, FMCG, logistics and supply chain businesses, ETC, real estate, construction, ETC. We have different partners that we work with, right? The project is assigned to you over a project briefing by your team lead. That project is what you work on. Now, when you work on this project, it becomes the experience that we add to your CV. After you have solved the business problem, after the team lead and stakeholders. After that presentation, Then we add it to your CV. So what when I say we revamp your CV, I am not saying we make things up. We don't make things up. No, you really solve the problem. This is important because you need to be able to show these recruiters that you can solve the problem, you can deliver value from day one, and you can impact their business because you have done it before, right? And all of this that you've done is where we now interview prep you and we get your feedback and then we give you your feedback also, right? So that's exactly how this works. And then we give you reference letter that you use during interviews, right? And also submit if recruiters request for it. That's exactly how this program helps. So, like I said, you will learn because we will provide you with learning support across the programs that we have. And then employability, which is revamping your CV. I don't know why I put it in red. I'll go change the color. Optimizing your LinkedIn, the mentorship session, interview prep, job reference letter, and on the job support. Because yes, we have interns that land jobs 2 months in, 3 months in, and that's yes, it doesn't matter even if you're outside the UK. We have a lot of people that are outside the UK that join us. All right. So we also support you with the AI platform that helps you apply smartly. I'd like us to listen to Tony. Tony said she got a job and what helped her was the reference letter she got from Amdari, right? What does the reference letter sample look like? This one that you see on my screen. This says it came in from Claire from a company called Healthcare Island, and they say Olayinka has nominated you to provide an employment
Hi, good evening, everyone. Can anyone still hear her?
Me, I cannot hear you.
Okay, so okay, please. I think it's her network, but she'll be joining us shortly. So if you have any question, she'll be joining us shortly and
their
she'll continue with us. Okay, she's back now. Thank you. Hi, Omomi, are you back? Hi, Omomi, are you here? I think it's her network. Let's just give her few minutes to join us back. If you have any question, please let me know. Is there anyone that have any question? You can indicate by raising up your hand till she joins us back.
The question is on the chat room, please. Can you attend to it?
Okay. Joy, can you please unmute yourself and speak? Hello, Joy. Are you here? Okay. Okay, I just saw your message, Joy. You're outside the UK. You're targeting remote job. Which need would you advise between PM and B? Okay, let's just give her a few minutes because she'll be in the best position to answer that question. She's one of our co-founders. So let us please give her a few minutes. I think her network is fluctuating, so she would definitely join us back. Please, Joy, please just give her a few minutes. Hi, Adetunji. Can you please unmute yourself and speak? Hello, Adetunji. Are you here? Okay. Karim, can you please unmute yourself and speak, please?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear. Okay, Karin. Hi, Karin.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, I'm sorry, Karim. The name sounds alike. So, Mr. Karim, please, let's please let Karim speak. Let's just do the ladies first, please. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Karim. Kindly let Karim take the floor. Okay, Karim, please, we can hear you.
All right. Hi, I'm Karen. I was gonna ask, if you want to join at a later time, like to start the program, maybe like in 2 months' time, is that possible?
Yes, it is. But like, when exactly do you intend starting?
I intend starting in June.
June. Okay. Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, that's
But
what I wanted to know.
okay, yes, that's fine. Thank you,
And
Karim.
sorry, and
Okay.
also I don't have any. I'm like a newcomer, a newbie. I don't have any experience or knowledge in data analysis or business analysis or public project management. But it's something that I actually want to fully diversify into. I'm coming from a marketing field though, so I want to fully go into most likely project management. But yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, that's fine. You don't have a problem, but we have like a sister Tenalytics. Yeah. You said you don't have
Mhm.
any idea in tech, right?
Yes, I don't.
Okay, so we can actually help you speak to like assistant analytics. So what you would just do probably is maybe drop your name and your number. But have you filled the attendance form?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so one of my colleagues will reach out to you, and if
Okay.
you don't mind, we dropping your name and your number to them so they can take it up from there.
Should I put that on the chat?
No. Like you filled out the form, right?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay, so you can still put your name and number on the chat. I can just take note of it, and I would have to pass it to them.
Okay.
Does that answer your question, Karen?
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Deborah, do you want to speak?
Are we doing with another woman first?
No. Okay, I think Omomi is back now. Omomi, are you back now?
Yes. So sorry, please.
All
I
right.
am
Thank you.
back. So my sincere apologies. Apparently, my Chrome just froze, and I had to restart my laptop just to join that. So sorry about that. So thank you all so much for being patient with me and for sticking around. So I'll come back to sharing my screen right about now, and we'll just finish up the conversation. Hey, let me just do this. So I was just going to, yeah, let me just share my screen again. Okay, yeah. So continue where we stop. All right. So as I was saying, right, for Tony, she cited the reference letter that she got from Amdari as what helped her, and the samples I showed us already are some of the reference samples, people sending DMs or rather emails. And we have people that would even need the reference in form of like a reference form, right? It depends on the organization and what they really reach out to us for. That's what we end up providing. Okay, so let's just get straight into the next. Okay. So when is the next cohort? I mentioned 11th of April, and enrollment fee is £500. But the beautiful thing is that it is Women's Month, and because it's Women's Month, we're running a discount. This discount allows you to pay less for the same experience, for the same value. So you get to pay £300 for this 4 months internship. and you pay in 3 installments. You don't need to pay everything all at once. You can pay £100, £100, £100. That's 3 months, not 3 weeks. No, that's 3 months. So you're saving 40% on all the programs that we have at Amdari, right? But not £300 for all. Like each track, you pay 300 for each track. Okay. So, like I said, it's £100 per month for that discount, and you still get further discount, or rather further advantage, which is lifetime career support access. Head start to employability is already taken. I always tell my people it's always limited slots. For this one, we have 5 more slots for this lifetime career support. I'll show you what I mean by lifetime career support. Then free 6 months access to CV matching. That AI platform I mentioned earlier that I was going to show you. Yes, you have just we have 5 more slots for that also, and every intern gets 6 months free access to use it in applying to jobs. Then 30 days post internship sprint. This is closed because the slot is taken. A lot of this extra support costs power, extra funds, and all that. So we don't always make it available to everyone. So it's limited slots most times for them. Then the lifetime access to personal portfolio website is also there. So I will show you what that portfolio website looks like. Now for this is portfolio website. This is template 1. We have about 20 templates that our interns work with. This is template 1, and this is template 2. This is the full view, by the way. So this is template 2. We have more templates. In case you don't like this template, oh, I don't like this one, I want something else, you can work with any template that is of preference to you. So what am I trying to say? Sorry, I just realized I'm not pinned. Okay, so what am I trying to say? You get to have access to this portfolio for free for 6 months, as every intern would have. But 3 more people can have lifetime access. 3 more people, because we can't give it to a lot of people. We are maintaining the website for you. We are paying for the domain name for you. We are hosting it for you. You are not paying for any of that. That is for life. And outside of this £300 you're paying today, you don't pay any extra cost. So we are incurring a whole lot just to do this. So we cannot give the access to everybody. So how do you secure your spot and take advantage of this? I'll be taking questions in like the next 5 minutes. Let me just show you how to secure your spot, okay? So I see your hand is raised, Hazim. So let me show you how to secure your spot. So once you click on the link that I would share with you right now, once you click on this link, okay. So once you click on this link that I just dropped in the chat, you will get redirected to the page you see on my screen. On this page, you will see all the programs you have. Just scroll down till you see your own program of interest and click on apply here. When you click on apply here, you will get redirected to the details page. Okay? On this details page, okay. On this details page, scroll down. And you see, scroll down this page. And you can scroll down to read more, see some of your mentors here. We have Queen for business analysis. We have Oluchi for business analysis. We have Joanne. We have more people that mentor you. These are not fellow interns. These are your mentors in the program, okay? Come here and click on apply now. Once you click on apply now, you will get redirected to the page where you can secure your spot. Next cohort starts April 11th. Is there further discounts? Yes, you can even pay lesser than that 300, which is 280. For that, if you want to pay one-time payment, you pay one-time payment, you will get to pay £280. But if you want to pay more than once, you get to pay £300, which is what you see right here on my screen. So let's say you select the payment option that you want to work with. Click on proceed. Once you click on proceed, you will get redirected to this page. This summarizes your personal details, the payment breakdown. Oh, I want to pay 3 times. When is your next payment due? 21st, because today is 21st of March. Next is going to be 21st of April. Or, oh, I'm going to be paid on 30th of the month or 29th of the month. That, and you can push your next payment date forward. And guess what? Come here and click on I confirm my information is correct. And I have read the terms and condition, and just make sure you click to read it and click on pay here. Okay, so it will process the payment. Once it is done doing that, it is going to redirect you to the page that you see right on my screen. All right, right here on this page, it will show you the details. It will tell you to fill in your card details rather. Make sure you fill in your card details. And once you do that, click on pay. It's still loading. So once you click on your card details, click on pay. So when you click on pay, I don't know why it's taking time. Once you click on pay, if it doesn't show what I want it to show, I'll just come and finalize here on this page. So I'll just play a video for you. So let's just come here. So let me bring you to the place where we stopped, right? So you fill in your card details. Once you fill in your card details, you will just click on pay, right? So I'm going to mute this, put it on ×2, mute, and let's bring it to where we stopped, which is here. Remember, it was filling the card detail page. Click on pay, it says processed, and you get redirected to fill your enrollment form, which it says set up your profile. Make sure you fill the form you see immediately after you pay. Select your skill level, beginner, intermediate, it doesn't matter. Country of residence, again, it doesn't matter. Select your country of residence. Your gender, select it. How you found out about Amdari, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, select it. What influenced your decision, select it. Now, which of our sessions influenced your decision? By virtue of being on this call with me today, please select Saturday info session. Okay, please select Saturday info session and click on complete setup. Once you click on complete setup, it is going to show you your payment is successful. Go to dashboard. This is going to be your dashboard. You would see the courses you can take before your internship starts, in case you want to refresh your memory or you never took a course before. The courses are free for all intent. And you can come and check your billing page in case you picked installment payment, so you know when your next payment is due. And we do not auto debit you, so you see you have to initiate your next payment yourself. And you can request grace period, 7 days max. You know you already moved it forward, so you can still request grace period for 7 days max. That's how easy we make life be for everybody that joins the Amdari program. Okay, so I will take questions right about now, but before I do that, I promise to show us how a particular what's the word now, software works, right? So let's check out CV Matching. Okay, let's check out CV Matching. So I said that we are in partnership with CV Matching for 6 months access to our interns, and I have 3 more slots for that. Sorry, 5 more for that. It's the website portfolio that I have 3 more slots for. Sorry, I'm still with you. I'm trying to share my entire screen. Hey. Here we go. Here we go. How do you pay outside UK? So I have to share a particular link with you. Hi, Alexandra. Please, can you reach out to Jennifer to get the link for that? Just reach out to Jennifer so she can share with you. So you share with Joy, okay? So as I was saying, right? No, Kenneth, you have to pay £50, sorry, £100, £100, £100, right? The conversion rate can be seen on the website itself. Are you joining from the US or where? Is it Nigeria? You said Nigeria, right? She's going to share the link with you. So sorry, I'm moving around. I was trying to remember where I wanted to go. So this is CV Matching. We have a partnership link. So this is not don't use this their link. This is not partnership link. We share the partnership link with our interns once they are enrolled. That partnership link gives you automatic access, free access for 6 months. You can do anything with the platform. So you create your account like this, get started, create your account, normal way. And it will tell you somewhere here, add to your Chrome extension, which is here. Can you see Chrome extension? You see that CV Matchly is here. I have added it and I pinned it. It's here. Now, if I click on it, it doesn't show anything because I am not on a job board. But guess what? Now let's go to a job board. Let's go to civil service job board, right? gov.uk. Now, I've selected a job in project management and I want to see if I'm a great match for this. So let me click on CV Match. Now you see that it has fetched the job description because now I have in fact selected a job, right? It is analyzing my CV to compare it to this job to know if my CV is a good fit for this role. So let's see my score. So it would analyze it and also show me if this company is sponsoring. So that was what I was saying about sponsorship. So my CV is not a good match for this. It says it's a 45% match and 10 keywords are missing. Only 10 keywords match. Now look at the sponsorship analysis. This role is sponsoring. Can you see the route? Government authorized exchange and skilled worker routes. So you don't need to stress yourself to say, oh, which company is sponsoring? Can I know? Can I not know? No, you would know. And guess what? You can scroll down to see the recommendation. But do you need to copy all these recommendations to now say, oh, let me go and revamp my CV because my CV is 45 and my CV is supposed to be 90, 95. No, click here and say generate optimized CV. So you see, it's optimizing my CV right now. Can you see? It's optimizing my CV and it will generate a clear project manager summary, explicitly list my project management methodologies and tools, Prince tool, etc. All the things that are relevant. A better fit. Now it says optimization complete. See here, download optimized CV. I have downloaded it. Can you see? And I have clicked it. Look at the structure. A better structure for my CV. Can you see? Can you see? A better structure for my CV. I can now use this CV to make it easy for our intern to know what company is sponsoring, to know if it is optimized. Sorry, if their CV is optimized for that role. If it's not, it fixes it for you right there on the spot. I spoke about another tool, and that is apollo.io. Now look at it here. It is already on my Chrome extension. Can you see? Now, it's also a Chrome extension that you need to use. I'll drop the name for you and I will send it to your DM. Now, how do you work with apollo.io? You need to click on it. It works with every website you visit and it is going to fetch every employer in that company. Sorry, let me just close this. Why is it showing me this? Aha. It says this company services careers, right? Did I close it? Oh my God. Let's open it back. It comes with their email. Comes with their email. Why is it closing? Sorry, it's not allowing me show you what I want to show you. So yes, this is it. You can see it says this person works in this company and the person is IT support coordinator. Access his email, just click it. And you would see this person's email. So it says no email for this. Let's check this one out. So it shows you the email for this. You can click on access phone number. So this tool is actually 95% accurate, right? It is 95% accurate. Let me show you something. Let's come here. You can click on any, you can try it yourself. Click on any website, any company website. You would see what I am saying, right? So it says for Amdari, 150 plus employees. Ibrahim Mohammed, very accurate. This is a team member at Amdari. click on this. This is, you can see it says Agile Project Management Specialist. That's one of the team leads that our interns work with, right? That's one of the specialists, and you can see his email right here. If you come here also, yes, this is a team member at Samdari. Come here. Yes, this is one of our data. She's currently with us, Mariam. Click here. You see, it shows here also. So it works with any website that you click. I'm trying to think of a random website, but because of time, so I'll drop the website name. This is the website. I'm going to drop it for you. Their name is apollo.io. Session. Now I would, let's come back to my slide. So I'll take your questions right now. Let me share my slide. So if you have any question for me, oh, okay, I need to, sorry, let me just stop sharing. So I'll take your questions right now. I see some questions in the chat already. So just give me a minute. Let me.
I have a question.
Hi.
Hi. I have a question. If I want to start, like, let's say in June, because when I checked the link, it's only had the options for April and May. So if I wanted to start in June, how can I go about this?
Okay. So enrollment for June has not started. Right.
Okay.
You can either pick what's the word, April or May. So enrollment for June is going to start next month. So it's only people that want to secure their spot right now for April or May that's currently.
Okay. Hello. Yes, I can.
Yes, when do you want to start?
So I want to start in June.
Okay. Yeah, so the enrollment is open on the website at the moment.
Okay. So I can wait till when it's time for June. Is that okay?
Yes. So my colleagues would reach out to you
Okay.
by next month. Is that fine?
Okay.
So they reach out to you next month. Yeah. So you definitely.
That's absolutely fine.
All right, that's fine. So please, I'd like you, Karen, to fill that attendance form so it's easy
I've
for
done
us
that.
to be able.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so you will hear from us next month then. So
okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. So before I come to Adetunji and Karim, I so that my colleague would share the link. Okay, Alexandra, have you shared the link with Joy? That's the link for her to pay from outside the UK. For everyone else in the UK, US, Canada, you want to pay in Euro, pounds, CAD, USD, the link works for that. Kenneth says, is there a discount if I want to combine two courses, easy business analytics? So no, Kenneth, no discounts. All right, no discounts. But do you want to pay for both upfront? Because once you're in the program, it's possible we look at that and help you with that. But right now, I can't tell you that there is a discount, right? I would have to speak to finance. No discount for two programs, okay? But you can secure your spot already. You can secure your spot already. Sorry, trying to move this away from my face. So Kenneth, I hope you got that. Hi Adetunji, I have just checked. I don't think I'm missing any other message. Adetunji, please go on with your question. You can unmute yourself. Hi Adetunji. Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
not able to speak for so long. That's why I dropped the message earlier. So I just have basic course knowledge on cybersecurity, and I just wanted to know about the length of the teaching and the internship. But I think along the course of this session, you've been able to answer that.
Okay. Yeah, so just to still, respond to the question, the internship is for 4 months, right? Now, you starting your internship right now gives you an opportunity, right, to build the needed knowledge, or you enrolling now, you can quickly take those crash courses. But like I said, your team needs support you with learning materials and even learning sessions in case you need some form of learning support. But other than that, the internship is for 4 months. So you combine both. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we hope you can join us also at ITG. Hi, Karim.
Yes,
Okay.
I would.
Okay, awesome. Hello, Karim.
Hello, Naomi. Good evening. Good evening. My question is a very simple one, and I want to ask the program that is starting, like all of the programs that Amari have will be starting across board in April, right? Which includes business analytics, data analytics, cybersecurity. Every program will be starting in April, will be available in April. Is that
Definitely.
correct?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Every
All right.
program.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the question. I hope you'll be joining us also.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. I will be.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, let me move on to the next question. Hi, Samuel.
Hey,
Samuel, are you there?
yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
I think I have basic knowledge about cloud computing, which is AWS and Azure. But I
Okay.
think you said DevOps has closed. I don't know because the course I did was job oriented, so they taught a bit about solution architect,
Hmm.
the DevOps, and then other ones in AWS to
Mhm.
be specific. So I want to know if there's any program for that.
So that's data and cloud engineering.
Yes,
That's data
please.
and cloud engineering. Yeah, we have it. It's right there on my screen. So it's the third option when we go to the website.
Okay. Okay.
Joy,
Thanks.
the apply button is not responding. That's it should respond. That must be like a net. It should respond. Hmm. It's actually working. So Alexandra, can you drop your number just in case? I mean, some people might need help, support with the application and everything like that. So please just drop your number. All right. Okay, do I have any more questions? So I'll be taking one more question in case I've not answered anyone. For those that are securing their spots already, please don't forget to fill the form and make sure you select what's the word now? Saturday info session as the session to join as you secure your spot. Okay, so please ensure that you are filling the form, you are completing your payments. So you can do the one installment payment and all of that, but just ensure that you fill the form. And for those that have secured their spots already, welcome on board. For those that are yet to secure their spots, we look forward to having you in the program. So please don't forget to select the session. Miss to Joy, sorry, what am I calling? Already have spoken to Karen and Alex, or rather Joy. So please, Alex, my colleague has dropped a contact that you can reach out to. So she dropped Jennifer's number. Jennifer is our other colleague. So please reach out to the number. She is going to support you on how to apply. Joy, please copy the number. She will share the link with you. Just give me thumbs up if you've copied the number, Joy. And would definitely love to have. I think I froze for a bit there. So thank you all so much. In the absence of any more questions, I think we will call it a close for today. But please, if you'd like to speak to us within the week, right? If you'd like to speak to us within the week, we have